Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This, of course, is another anime reaction video. Today we're getting back into some more Noragami Aragoto, and we're just we're just gonna go forward with this. I did not do any rewatching like I said I was going to. I will probably have to do it for whatchamacallit, Banana Fish. Who knows if I'm even gonna do that. I'm for Noragami, I'm just gonna go ahead. I think I have a decent enough grasp of what's going on. I think I can follow at least to the end of the season. I mean, it's only like 4 more episodes. I mean, last episode there was some really cool stuff happening with the council. I don't actually know what they're called, so I'm just gonna call them the council. You know, and everybody figuring out that Ebisu is up to something shady. But honestly, I don't even know how I fully feel about Ebisu yet, because there was the whole thing with I believe Izanami. I might be getting that wrong. It could also be Izanagi. It could be one of those two. I know they're related to each other in some way from Japanese mythology. But anyway, Ebisu's... There's a whole lot of interesting things going on with him. I can't imagine it's all going to get explained in the next 4 episodes, but then again, who fucking knows what's going to happen in the next 4 episodes, because Yato and Ebisu are kind of hanging out. They're trying to get out of here. I don't remember what Yuki was going to be doing next. I'm sure I'll find out. But then, also, we're having some stuff with Hiyori, where she's forgotten Yato, but she's, like, trying to remember, and then, what's his name? Random guy, who I don't even remember, decided to steal a kiss, so to speak, which is certainly one of the moments in this show ever. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens next. My prediction is Hiyori is not going to take kindly to it, and even if she doesn't really recognize that it's because of Yato that she cares so much and is so passionate about this, like mad about this random guy like suddenly doing all that. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Yeah, anyway. Next episode. Episode 9 of Noragami Aragoto. As always. Wait, is it episode 9? Hold on. I think it's episode 10. Right, because there's 4 episodes left. So yeah, episode 10 is the next one. Oopsies, that's fine. Episode 10 of Noragami Aragoto. If you're new here, well, as always, unless you're new here, links down in the description below will take you to the full-length uncut reaction. Go ahead, follow one of those links, either BitChute or Pixel Drain. Go ahead, watch the reaction, then you can come back to YouTube for the discussion. Anyways, let's just get started with this episode. It's not gonna get any better from here. Whew. Good episode. Got a little bit of the aftermath from what happened in Capia Land. Was not expecting it to be so limited, and was not expecting the remembering of Yato and Yukine to be so quick. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. It just kind of took me by surprise, I guess we'll say. A lot happened, and I'm really glad. I'm really excited to keep going. I don't think it was necessary, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't go back and rewatch like the past like 8 or 9 episodes, because it really didn't feel like it was necessary for me to do that. I feel like I remembered enough to at least, you know, keep up. There might be small things here or there, but I think I overall understand the big picture, so I think I'll be fine going forward. But man, I kind of like how the dichotomy between the two personalities that they've got going on, and how they're influencing each other, that being between Yato and Ebisu. I realize now that I didn't specify what I meant by that, but I'm sure if you're watching this, you've already watched the show and you kind of know what I'm talking about. Because Yato is literally bringing it up himself. A guy like Ebisu really exists, where he wants to do things for the greater good, and he's doing things because it's good for other people, and not because he wants to. Now, I'm still curious of whether or not that's something that was taught to him by someone else for a specific reason, or it's because it's what he genuinely wants. I could believe it either way. I could believe it's a mix of both. But then, on the other hand, there's Yato, who is explicitly saying he does things because for selfish reasons. And that even goes into kind of what Nora was saying at one point, when we got like a small montage of like what Yato is up to, is like killing people, god of calamity and whatever. and she was giving this speech. It's almost like manipulation tactics, like this is what people want. You'll get praised this way, and you're actually helping people by doing this instead of, by killing these people that they hate and like feeding into their like obsessions with the murder of a certain person or something like that. Versus like, I don't know, helping them move past it. I don't know what's at the end of the day. I won't comment on what is actually good or bad. That's I'm not, I just don't feel, comfortable, I guess the word is, doing that. But it's very much, I feel, at least like, it's in a way an enabling that kind of thing. Killing people is easy, especially because at the mindset that he probably had at that time was that lives don't have any inherent value. All it matters is that this person is giving me money to kill that person, and killing that person is really easy. I bumped the microphone there for a second. So in that way, it's very kind of selfish, because you're taking the easy path that makes you the most money, and that eventually, though, and maybe it's just something I forgot. The reason why, maybe I forgot the reason why Yato ended up changing to who he is now. Maybe it was just because he wanted to change or something. I don't remember. That's one of those things I should have rewatched for, right? Maybe, depending. I don't know. But Yato chose the hard path after whatever changed his mind about taking the easy path of killing people for money. Now just helping people in any way he can for a measly 5 yen, right? And even though it kind of is like that, where he's doing a lot for a little, it could still be argued that even now he's still a very selfish person. That's why he was, calling himself that, and he was like kind of like in awe that like a guy like Ebisu could exist. But and while I do kind of agree with that, where it's like it's better to help other people instead of always being selfish, I like that it's not portrayed in like a sort of black and white way. Because we were shown close to the end of that episode there that it was because Yato was like, snapping him out of it, so to speak, Ebisu, that you can't just be so willing to do literally everything and everything if it's for the greater good, for the greater good. Because even if it's for the better, you can't just accept that you have to die for it. What it speaks to me is overall, like what I'm getting from these two characters, Ebisu and Yato. Ebisu and Yato, I messed up their names so bad there, is that you have to have a mix of both in your life. You have to think about yourself, keeping yourself safe and happy, but also keeping the people around you safe and happy. And it sounds complicated, but it's a delicate balancing act where it's important to keep other people's feelings in mind, but every once in a while, not even every once in a while, it can be pretty often too, you have to remember that you deserve good things happening to you too. I think that's nice. It's fun. It's definitely an interesting, character dynamic, and I haven't even talked about what's going on, the war against the heavens, which is also really cool. The concept of war arcs is always really cool, and generally speaking, I like them. Black Clovers was pretty good against the Spade Kingdom. I really liked the one in Bleach. Naruto had some good stuff in it during the war arc, but there was a lot of it I also didn't like. So I'm curious as to how Noragami will potentially handle it, because for one thing, I mean, a war arc between the heavens and like a group of gods, that seems way too big to resolve in the next few episodes. I think at most they're going to do stuff with Ebisu, and like theoretically they could end any current conflict, at least with the heavens and the gods, once we resolve what's going on with Ebisu. However, because they're setting up even more beyond just this like conflict between Ebisu's like goals with the phantoms and the locution brush and the heavens, because they're complicating it with some other stuff in the background that I'm not even gonna like speculate even further. I'm just saying it seems suspicious, the heavens, that is, and it seems like there are specific reasons in regards to corruption, at least, that the heavens doesn't want things to happen in a certain way, if that makes sense. So that's really interesting, and because of that, it just makes me think this is gonna be going on for a while, like it has to, right? Because Because there could also be a case of like there is a god above all the other gods, you know, who maybe it could be a whole other thing. It could be this huge thing that I don't even want to get into because I don't even know how true any of it is in the future. No spoilers, obviously, for the manga. It's gonna be really interesting. Because I will most likely have no choice but to go to that eventually. No word on season 3, but I don't think I really have anything else to say. I'm excited to see how things are gonna go wrong, and Hiyori's gonna do something stupid to put herself in danger because of course she will. Uh, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just I'm just saying. But anyway, that's pretty much all I gotta say. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single upload in the future. Thank you for watching. Peace.